So, most of the recent pandemic lockdowns, they're finally over. But don't worry, the powers that be have something else to scare you with. Wait till you see what comes next. It's a doozy. So, there's a little monkeypox in the news. I'm sure you've all been following it. Is it another pandemic and we're all going back to lockdowns? Or is this something else? Well, here's what I found. Let's take a look. New York City reports first suspected monkeypox case as the WHO convenes an emergency meeting. So this is an update. 16:08 ET, that's about 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Officials in New York City say they're monitoring the state's first suspected case of monkeypox. So far, 87 cases have been confirmed and 57 are under investigation. According to the World Health Organization, Friday, Israel became the 13th country for a suspected case. Now, this is weird because monkeypox, there's two main varieties, okay? Main variants, I guess is the word, what they're going to call it. And one is not very contagious and it has about a 1% fatality rate. The other one is slightly more contagious and it has a 10% fatality rate. Now, both of those are bad, don't get me wrong. But from what I understand, and more information is going to come out, so this is a preliminary 1,000-foot view, don't hold me to it, this is not medical advice, blah, blah, blah. Turns out that you have to have a very close contact. Some would say intimate contact in order to spread this disease from person to person. It's not, from what I understand, it's not like you can pass someone in the hallway and then boom, you got monkeypox. Okay, that's how I understand it with the information that I have now. This can change, not medical advice, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, 87 cases, 57 under investigation. Looks like we got here Spain, Portugal, UK, Italy, Canada, Belgium, Australia, France, USA, Sweden, Germany, Netherlands, and Israel. All right. That's a big chunk of the population. Okay. So this is the first. Oh, here we go. The mortality rate for monkeypox ranges from 1 to 15% and is endemic in 3 countries, blah, blah, blah. So in Congo, Nigeria, and Central African Republic, it's endemic. It means it's all over the place, okay? You can get it by, everyone has it. I guess that's what it means. So they show a couple pictures here. You get these little bumps all over your skin. Apparently it's moderately unpleasant. Like, my guess is it's like chicken pox, but worse, okay? Earlier in the day, 12 countries reported cases, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is all boring stuff to me. Here's what's interesting to me. There was a buddy of mine. Last year, he put up a link to the Hal Turner radio show. And he had pictures of people that had monkeypox. And he said, we're going to get a spread of monkeypox, and monkeypox is coming, and there's people that have it, and there's more on the way. And I told this guy I know, I said, dude, you're crazy. Stop listening to Hal Turner. He's never right. He's a conspiracy wacko, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I owe him an apology. Here's what I think. I think Hal Turner was fed info that people weren't ready for yet. It's like, oh, we got this plan coming. And yeah, we're going to have smallpox, and it's going to come later. But anyway, what Hal Turner did is he dug into the research a little bit more, and he pulled that article. It's gone. I can't find it anywhere anymore. And it had pictures, and it had details about monkeypox and all this stuff, and that's gone. Hal pulled it. I can't find it anywhere. But what I did find was something else. This is a website called News You're Not Supposed to Speak About. I just found this. This is an article that was posted on May 20th, 2022. So yesterday. Okay. And what he's saying, MonkeyPox Excercise from 2021 is now going live. May 15, 2022 was the prediction, and now look what is happening. Okay, that's a bold headline. Let's check this out. Now, also, I'm going to leave a link to this article in the down bar, the notes, whatever, so you can see it. I want you to check all of this for yourself. He's got links. It's a great article. He's got links and he's got all this stuff. I want you to look at it and think for yourselves. I am not under any circumstances going to tell you what to think, but I am going to tell you of here's the information and you should think for yourself. Okay, let's go through this real quick. In March 2021, the Nuclear Threat Initiative partnered with the Munich Security Conference to conduct a tabletop exercise simulating a global pandemic involving an unusual strain of monkeypox caused by a terrorist attack using a pathogen engineered in a lab. Oh, good gracious. Does this sound familiar to anyone? A pathogen engineered in a lab and it got out. Okay. They said, Excercise, the terror monkeypox attack took place in May of 2022. Hey, right now is May of 2022. That's weird, isn't it? We now have an outbreak of actual monkeypox. These exercises aren't exercises, they're plans. My video on the subject is below. Please go to this website and click on this guy's work. He does good work, and it is worth taking a look at. So, here is the strengthening global systems to prevent and respond to high consequence biological threats. Okay, this is the notes from the scenario. Okay, the tabletop exercise that they made. All right, move 1. Attack, May 15th, 2022. Okay, I can't blow this up very well. So go to this site, look at this information, wait till you see what comes in move 2 on January 10th, and wait till move 3 on May 10th. They're basically saying, you got a year, things are going to get weird. Anyway, the 2021 tabletop exercise included 19 senior leaders and experts from across Africa. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't Africa where monkeypox starts? You wouldn't think they'd go and get some monkeypox and mix it up in a lab to enhance it? No. Listen, Fauci would never do that. Oh, but wait. No, he did. He did with the other one. But he wouldn't do it with this one. He wouldn't do it 2 times in a row. That would be crazy. It never would happen. Never would happen. Blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, the scenario revealed that the initial outbreak had been caused by a terrorist attack using a pathogen engineered in a laboratory with inadequate biosafety and biosecurity provisions and weak oversight. Oh no! Weak oversight? Like a Chinese lab next to a food market? No, this is crazy. Who writes this stuff? By the end of the exercise, the fictional, wink wink nod nod, fictional pandemic resulted in more than 3 billion cases and 270 million fatalities worldwide. Okay. Now, 270 million is a lot. That's scary. That's a scary number. If you can find your little Wayback Machine or your DeLorean or whatever you want to use to get back there, in the early months of the sweet and sour sniffles, they told us that 50% of people would die. This pandemic was going to kill half of the people you know. It didn't. Okay, it just didn't. It didn't. When all was said and done, according to the National Institute of Health and according to Dr. Fauci and according to the World Health Organization and according to blah, 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 I can add them all day long. It turns out if you were an average health person, it was like 99.995% I don't give a shit. I mean, it's unfortunate because this pandemic what it did is it took out people that were already in frail health. Okay, the elderly, they didn't really stand a chance. Okay, you're already old. If you get a very severe flu or respiratory symptoms, I'm sorry. Biology says you don't make it. Okay, same thing goes with people that had comorbidities. You know, if you had the diabetes, if you had, chronic lung symptoms from smoking weed 6 hours a day, if you were exceptionally overweight, you died. Sorry. If it wasn't this, it was going to be something else. There are no overweight people in retirement homes. Okay? It just doesn't happen. Very, very unhealthy people die more easily. If you're extremely unhealthy, you can die from poison ivy. Sorry, that's how life goes. Get healthy, live longer. It's not a hard equation. And I'm not fat shaming either. It's reality. I'm hitting you with reality. If you can't handle that, maybe reality is not for you. I hope the metaverse works out for you. So, the world is unprepared to cope with severe global pandemics, and COVID-19 is a warning shot that has highlighted our shared vulnerability. Okay, I call straight BS on this. The COVID-19 was bad. However, I am probably going to be proven right in the long run, locking people up for a year and a half, putting masks on babies so they can't develop proper speech, and forcing people to take untested vaccinations might not go over well in history. That's my position. We're going to see how it plays out. Get back to me in 20 years. I will sit here and wait. Anyway. Bill Gates warns of smallpox terror attacks while deadly virus samples found accidentally at Merck. Okay, that's a whole other story you can look into later. Point being is, they called their shot. They said, we're going to have a monkeypox test, trial, game, scenario, and then we got monkeypox. I am fairly certain they're going to use this to put you guys in another lockdown. And this one's going to be a lot longer, and they're going to make up something to take away more of your rights, freedoms, and just a reason to live. It's going to be fairly significant. Now, over the next couple of days, more information will come out. We're going to find out more about the type of monkeypox this is. We're going to find out what the symptoms are. We're going to find out if there are any fringe remedies that are not over-the-counter stuff, not pharmaceutical stuff. We're going to find out a lot of things. So come back in a day or two. I'm going to try to post up another bit of information when more information becomes available, and we'll go from there. But for right now, don't be scared. Don't rush out and buy food. Don't freak out. This is a government story that may or may not be true. My conspiracy theory may or may not be true. We're going to have to wait and see. So this is the waiting period. More information will come, and we'll assess and prepare and deal with it according to the evidence and reality. No sense in freaking out yet.